blockchain digital visionary and speaker, a true pioneer in web development, e-commerce, branding, and online marketing. One of the best in the industry. Listen, family, they say in business, timing is everything. Well, you are in the right place at the right time this evening. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Barnaby Anderson, are you there, sir?
Yes, I am. It's really great to be here with everybody. And thanks so much, Tina, for that amazing, warm introduction. I just couldn't be more excited. Things are going great with Band Royalty, with our Band NFTs platform that we're about to launch. So Tina was spot on. The timing is right. You've just arrived just before the party's starting. The party's about to take off. So we couldn't be more excited that with this launch of this massive innovation that we're bringing, that we're calling Music 3.0. It's a platform, it's a marketplace, it's a metaverse, a launch pad for musicians, an NFT exchange with a DeFi protocol. And if you don't understand what all those terms mean, don't worry, we're going to break it all down. Because what this really boils down to is how what we're bringing to market is a massive innovation for crypto, for blockchain, and most importantly, for music itself. So what is it that makes Band Royalty so different? Well, we're going to dive into 4 key areas out of the gate. That's what we're talking about here. How NFTs, that's what we're talking about. The Band NFT marketplace. NFT stands for non-fungible token. That's what NFT is. And even there, you're like, whoa, what is that? Well, fungible, basically that's money. It's a token. It's even dollars are fungible. What makes dollars and pesos and rubles and Bitcoin and Ethereum so great is that they're all the same. You don't care if the dollars in my pocket are the same as yours. You know that they are. You know every dollar has equal value. And that's what fungible means, that they're interchangeable and divisible. So then that takes care of a whole huge area of the world's value, all to do with our currencies, gold, silver, crypto, all of that being fungible. Now, what about the non-fungible? Well, what about amazing art assets like the Mona Lisa? There's only one. It's completely non-fungible. You can't cut it up. So that's what non-fungible means. You and I, we're non-fungible. A property, a house, a collectible car, an autograph by one of the Beatles, a signed vinyl record, a print by a famous artist. All of those things are non-fungible. And that means they're limited editions, sometimes only one. And that's what makes them collectibles. So NFTs, broken down in its simplest term, is a collectible. And right now, the NFT space has been blowing up in the last 18 months, really expanding, taking the world by storm. And nearly all of those NFTs have no asset backing. How about that? So they're just basically a JPEG, a picture, just a digital image. And people are trading them, some of them, in the millions of dollars. It's crazy. So what about the whole music industry? And what about bringing real assets on? Well, out of the gate, that's what we're doing with Band Royalty. We have launched an NFT series that connects up with a real world asset. There's hardly any NFTs available in the world that connect up with real world assets. And myself and Noble Dracon, we built this and we wanted from the get-go to make something that was going to have real world value for everybody. That was going to make a difference because you could see that it had tangible value. So that's the first thing that makes us different. The second thing is we have outside revenue. We have real revenue that we're going to bring in to this whole crypto ecosystem. What does that really mean? Well, most of the crypto platforms and ecosystems out there, they're circular. They're like a little walled garden. There's no actual extra real value, real currency coming into them. Well, we've got music royalties. Real music royalties. That's an asset class that's been going for almost 100 years. So we own music royalties that brings in revenue that gets to be connected directly with the Band NFT ecosystem. Then there's the trading fees. We're building out a game-changing NFT exchange, and that generates real revenue. And then there's even the music metaverse. So that's the second thing. The first is that we have assets behind the NFTs. Secondly, we have real revenue coming in that's going to support and bolster the whole ecosystem. And thirdly, we're real people. You can see even the name band, it's made up of our initials. Myself and Noble, we're the two co-founders. Barnaby Anderson, Noble Dracon, put together makes band. And obviously, it's a play upon words. It's very fitting, given that this is all about music. That was the whole point. So that's how Band Royalty was grown. And now we have over a dozen people on the team. The team keeps growing all the time. And we're real people. Many other projects out there in crypto land, they're anonymous. So that's why I'm breaking this down, like the differences. And so we're real people. We're not anonymous. You can look us up. You can see all the things we've done. We've basically been pioneers in many industries for several decades, as Tina was saying. So look us up and you'll see the amazing stuff that we've been up to over the last far too long. That's why we've got gray hairs. So what's the fourth? I said there were 4 key differences that separate us from all the other crypto projects. Fourthly, we are addressing a real problem in the world. And what is that problem? It's music in the 21st century. That the musicians are getting the short end of the deal. With over $43 billion being made worldwide, did you know that musicians, the artists, are getting less than 12%? Less than 12%. Do you think that's right? I bet you hardly anybody even knows about this. They don't know that basically the people that they love, the fans who love their artists, they don't know that they're not making money like they used to in the 20th century. In the 20th century, you could sell millions of albums and get yourself a gold or platinum level album, but not anymore. No, now it's got crazy. And basically you can have these millions of streams and get a minimum wage. So like what we're seeing here in the 20th century is you could have like 13 million streams and be making a minimal wage. Or how about like Pharrell with his 43 million plays of Happy and getting $2,700. I'm sure you'd agree that is just not right. So that's one of the biggest areas that needs to be changed. On top of that, it's overly complex with songwriters and producers and sound engineers and performers all needing their cut and often having to wait months before they get their payment. So there's often terrible contracts, the poor metadata, the stinginess of holding up the paying of fees on top of only earning 10 to 20 or 10 to 12% of the royalties. So that's why we're seeing the whole industry changing. And many artists now have woken up to this, many new artists especially, and realizing, well, hang on, I can go direct. I can build up an audience, on Spotify, on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube, and go direct. Why do I need one of these labels? Why do I need to have everybody else in middlemen, etc.? However, labels still fulfill a key role in all of this. So there's just like a disconnection. It's like, well, hang on, something needs to change. Things are not quite right. They're not working like the way they used to. And so there's actually, people are looking, they need this change. And so we've seen music evolve, and tech and music always go together. In the 20th century, we had music 1.0 that we could call the recording phase. Everything from vinyl to cassettes to CDs, radio, all that. That was in the 20th century. Then that changed and moved into streaming. And that's where the whole income earning, the whole business side of music changed with streaming, as I was just saying, with millions of streams going through, like on Spotify, Apple Music, etc. The artists were just making, pennies, tenths of a penny, etc. So something needs to change. And that's why Band Royalty is now delivering for the first time to the music industry, Music 3.0. It's going to be a reinvention that's going to support the artists and the fans first. And you can see here our game-changing NFT exchange. You can see here, we're going to be diving more into that. Because what is this really about? It's about taking Music 3.0 and all the tech of Web 3.0. It's the tech around, you might be hearing this term, dive into more. We recommend that you dive more into blockchain and crypto, and you're going to keep hearing about this Web 3.0. Basically, it's the internet of value. That's really what this is about. It's about having a digital wallet connected into your browser directly, where you can spend digital tokens and buy things online. And one of those things that people are buying up big time are NFTs, people in the crypto space, that is. And it's only just getting started. So we are building out music as a digital cultural asset that's decentralized. It's going to be a community-driven project. It's going to be specialized and focused around music and audio tracks. It's going to be fan-focused so that the fans can actually start making some of the revenue. How about that? Fans have never made money from music before. This is going to be game changing when music fans step in. And not only are the artists making money for the first time in years, it's going to be game changing for them, but the fans themselves are going to start making money in crypto from the music. And that, do you think word's going to spread? It's going to spread like wildfire. And inside of that, artist sovereignty. We're going to be giving the power back to the artists to give them control over this tech. That's incredible. And it's going to be a little bit techie when I say that they're going to have the control around the smart contract. What that really is, it's the way that the NFTs are issued. And if somebody goes to, let's say, the standard out there at the moment, which happens to be OpenSea, that's the major NFT exchange out there. There's only like one smart contract there. All the NFTs, which means, and they did actually, unfortunately, have a hack in the hundreds of millions a couple of weeks ago because there was a compromise on that one smart contract. With our platform, we're building that so that there's many of these are ways for the artists to issue their contracts, and they'll be in control of that. That's going to be completely game-changing for the whole crypto and NFT industry. And but on top of that, we're building full interoperability, which means that the NFTs that we're launching, that the artists are launching on the Band NFTs platform, they're going to be available on the other NFT exchanges as well. So there's just going to be this cross-platform ability for people to trade and sell these digital collectibles wherever they want to. So with this, we're going to flip the whole deal where the artist and the musician starts making the majority of the income. How about that? So instead of it being like 12% and 88% not going to the artist, here we are with the platform that we're building out with less than 3% coming to the platform and the vast majority clearly going over to the artist. And then inside, that's not enough. If that's not enough, we are sharing the revenue that the platform is making, that Band NFT is making with you, the token holders. So you're going to find out here how we are issuing for the first time a royalty token that is going to be the currency of music that you can buy now in this pre-sale time. You'll be able to get that, and that will give you access to earning on all of the music NFTs trading on the platform. So as we start onboarding the first 5, the first 10, well, word's going to spread. Hundreds of artists are going to start coming on. And every time those NFTs on their music tracks, they start selling, you, as these early investors coming on the platform, you'll get that slice of every sale. That's going to be game changing. And wait till you see our metaverse. As if that wasn't enough, we have a lot in store for everybody. So much so that it's hard to actually put it all. This is going to be a fast overview on everything we're doing with Band royalties, Band NFTs. So here we're going to have a virtual environment, a 3D landscape where you'll be able to arrive in your avatar and attend a virtual concert. Because what if there are musicians that you happen to love overseas or even in different parts of the country? What if they're putting on a concert this evening and they'll have the video cameras set up and you can participate? You'll be able to go there in your avatar outfit and your 3D goggles, etc. This is going to be game changing. We have seen some examples of virtual concerts in the last year or so that have had huge success, but there still is no metaverse designed specifically for music fans, artists, and concerts. So that's what we're doing here. We are launching that. It's going to be another game changer. And there's more. Like the whole Band royalty ecosystem is going to have a space for, we kicked things off last year where we launched our music royalty pools. We went and bought a collection of platinum selling artists. And what our goal was, what Noble had the vision from the get-go, because he's been basically running hedge funds and he had a vision from the beginning, as well as trading music for decades, trading music royalties, buying them up. And he said to me, when we were making other NFTs, he said, why don't we make a platform where people could buy up NFTs and get a share in top performing artists? As we earn the royalties, we share it. And that's what we kicked off last year. And we sold over $1 million worth of the tokens last year. And that's how we were able to build everything out here. We're building this out from the ground up. It's a grassroots platform. And you can get involved in those earning on those royalties in that first category that we kicked off. We're going to dive more into that in a minute. But secondly, what we're about to launch right now could even be more exciting. It is the Band NFT exchange, where using the royalty token, you'll be able to participate in all these artist NFT launches. And then beyond that, there's more. We're going to have a collaborative site for visual artists to team up with musicians. There's going to be a whole music launch pad for new musicians who want to launch their albums, etc., and even a reinvention of the whole music streaming business. But that is coming out later on. We have a lot on our hands with everything we're building out now, especially with the NFT platform. So this is going to be, it's going to be, as you can see, a combo of an NFT marketplace with the playing of music. And NFTs are projected to go over $200 billion in sales this year, 2022. OpenSea's already doing over $200 million per day in NFT trading. And they're taking 2.5% of that and they're keeping it. They're not sharing any of that revenue. They don't have a token. What we're doing here at Band NFTs is we are releasing a token that you can buy now in the pre-sale, and you will get a share of all that trading happening on music. So OpenSea's doing 200 million per day on just JPEGs with a marketplace that is tiny. It's still very small. The whole music market is ginormous compared to that. We're even building social into this. So you'll be able to connect directly with the artists that you love and basically build up a whole network of friends and followers, etc., on the social aspect of the Band NFT platform. So what you want to think about is it's a fusion of OpenSea with Spotify, with Ticketmaster, because you'll be able to buy NFTs that are tickets to concerts, with Shopify for merch, all in one. We've taken the core elements of that and built out this whole Band NFT platform that's going to be interoperable with many other platforms online. Not only OpenSea, but we're connecting directly like in YouTube, Instagram, Apple Music, etc. We're building out this whole platform that will be connected to all the other sites so that the NFTs that you are buying in the Band NFT marketplace, they'll work over there on OpenSea. They'll even be visible in other marketplaces and inside, most importantly, the Band metaverse. The NFTs are going to be working in there. So with 200,000 to 300,000 people worldwide, only that many owning an NFT, less than 500,000 people own an NFT, and they're already trading over $200 million per day. What happens when we bring on 1 million music fans? Every artist, just think about this. This is the game changer. Every artist has a fan base, and they bring on their fans who, yes, need to get trained up because most people, they don't have crypto. They certainly don't own an NFT. We're going to show them how to do that. It actually is way easier than what you think. You connect this little MetaMask wallet that's free. You open up a digital wallet that's free. It'll take you like less than 10 minutes. You have that, and whoa, now you're in business. Now you can get your NFTs. So we see the onboarding of millions of music fans that could be the gate opening of crypto to the masses. And imagine what that's going to do to blowing up the price of the royalty token, of our governance tokens, of the whole structure, because we have 3 tokens here that drive and run the whole band music ecosystem. Yes, last year we launched our initial BR1. It's the Band Royalty First NFT series that gives you access to earning royalties. And there's only 3,000 of those in that first series. And how do you earn those? Well, you earn them in the second token that we have here. That's called the Backstage Governance Token. And the Backstage Governance Token gives you voting rights over where we spend the money that we are earning to buy more music royalties. So the first NFTs there, they're like this platform foundation. These are our foundation members, and we still have some available. So if you want to become a foundation member where you get to earn on everything, the growing music catalog plus the marketplace, then if you're fortunate enough to still get one, you really want to talk to the person who invited you and say, hey, how do I get one of those Band Royalty NFTs, those BR1 NFTs? And then from there, you'll be able to earn the governance tokens that have the community voting power over the direction of the platform. And then on the side there, you can see over on the left, the royalty token, where right now we're in this pre-sale stage where they're still only 20 cents. And the price, we've got them in tranches. The next price point is 30 cents and then 40 cents. If you're lucky enough now to come in at this price point. And yes, we had some very early price points last year, which those rounds got closed off. So we've got a growing fan base, a growing user base already around the whole band royalty ecosystem. And that currency of music is going to be the currency of people trading these NFTs and even trading royalties. We've even built this out so there's like at minimum 8 ways for you to earn income. And you can actually get a hold of this whole presentation. There's going to be, we're about to move into an area where there's a lot of content. And I don't mean to overwhelm you. I'm just going to be kind of skimming through this because otherwise there's a lot to take in. But you can get a hold of this, talk to the person who invited you into this call and say, hey, can I get a hold of that presentation? And I want to see, more about how this works. We've got a detailed 66-page white paper, a 20-page light paper, even a one-pager. And we've got our website, bandroyalty.com, where you should go and register your email to keep up to date with all the news. But basically, it's all based around the staking of these 3 tokens. So you can't even buy the backstage governance tokens. They're not for sale. You can get access to earning those through the BR1 NFTs. And they minimum start at 1 Ethereum. And you can look that price up. Today, it's it oscillates. It varies sort of usually between $2,500 to $3,500 over the last month. Yeah, it does move around a lot. That's the price of Ethereum. Right now, it's a bit low at the moment. So this could be an opportune time to get in before we do the massive launch. That's the BR1 NFTs. You get those, you stake them, you start earning from the music catalog. You earn them in B stage tokens, which is the governance token, and you can stake those as well. And then the royalty token, further, you can stake that and you can earn on the whole marketplace. So we've built this from the ground up to let you be a music mogul. That's somebody who's like a high roller, somebody who's a power player in the music industry. Yeah, you can take over that space by assisting us to reinvent the whole music marketplace. And we're doing that by launching the Music Mogul Club. And your entry ticket to that is one of these limited edition 3,000 BR1 NFTs that give you multiple benefits inside of this club. So that club basically gives you access to earning royalties, we're growing this music catalog. You can step into that with one of these BR1 NFTs. That's the major membership benefit. Secondly, you'll be getting priority access to all the new NFT drops that are coming out. Thirdly, there's going to be special member only merch and next VIP tickets and passes to concerts and events, as well as assisting us to grow the whole music catalog, plus giving you priority access to the music metaverse. So I kept on talking about this growing music royalty catalog. Well, who have we already got in that? There's 58 tracks, and that's growing. So we've got Jay-Z, Rihanna, Timbaland, Justin Timberlake, Beyonce, will.i.am, Cher. There's a lot of top tier artists inside of this catalog. And it was thanks to Noble's connections through his multi-decades experience in the music industry that got us access to buying this. Most of you, I presume, would have no clue. I didn't have a clue. Where would we even go and buy the access to this kind of music catalog that produces a residual passive income? That's why people buy them. People buy up music royalties because they provide a passive income. Every time the songs play, you get to earn. Who would like to earn every time one of these tracks, let's say from Justin Timberlake or Rihanna, every time they play, yes, you earn. How cool is that? You can go to a party and say, that song that's playing. Did you know that I earn every time that plays? How cool is that? We think that's going to be a game changer as more people wake up and we grow this music catalog. And remember, there's only 3,000 of these NFTs. This is crazy. People don't even know. We are so under the radar right now. We are about to blow this whole thing up because we've built this platform to have these multiple stacks of NFT utility. And so from the ground up, you can see the BR1 NFT, that's the foundation layer. Then on top of that, we have the metaverse. Then we have a metadata where you can we're going to give you the building blocks to build your own virtual band and then generate NFTs from that and then play with them in the metaverse. It's going to be crazy, guys. You're going to have so much fun in this. And on top of all of that, when you want to go and buy one of these artist NFTs, we're changing tack now. We've just been talking about the foundation layer, governance tokens, and those BR1 NFTs that give you a foundation membership in the whole platform. But then what about the artists that are going to start launching their own NFTs? Well, what happens when you get one of these is you're going to be getting not only that, but that becomes like a key to unlock and get all these bonus gifts, these other NFTs, these paraphernalia. This is just a hypothetical example. So from now on, I'm going to be showing you examples of how this stuff can play out because no one's done anything like this before. Everything's been, people have been trying to guess and imagine and think about how they could potentially make a difference in this space? Well, here at Band, we've outlined the whole roadmap, the whole plan, and we're building it, as you can see. And so much is coming out this month. So you really want to buckle up, because getting, let's say, these limited edition of these artist NFTs that have not even been launched yet, but we've been talking to some incredible artists, these musicians who have fans in the millions of fans. And when they do a launch of NFTs only in the thousands, and only those people who get those will be able to get these bonus NFTs. And people are going to go nuts trading these on the Band NFT exchange. And every time they trade them, there's that little fee. And those people who own the royalty token, they get a cut of that. And this is going to be wild. And then wait till you see the metaverse. This is going to be a place, as I was saying, where you'll be able to even play with these NFTs and have concerts. And everybody who has one of the BR1 NFTs is going to get basically a free seat inside the concert hall. This is a whole other NFT that when the concerts are playing, there's going to be these seats. And the seats give access to the tickets. So you want to dive into this document, find out. We have not even launched this yet. We have not launched the metaverse. It's under development. And along with that are going to be these NFTs, firstly, to get seats inside the concert hall for the virtual concerts that the musicians are going to be playing. And then beyond that are these 33 genre lands where people are going to be able to play music, have other concerts. It's going to keep getting built out. And you'll be able to buy land here, virtual land. That's another whole massively growing area of crypto. You just look it up. You have a look at like what's going on over in Decentraland, Mana, etc., with the metaverse. But none of them are built specifically around music. And we are offering that to you. And that's going to be a game changer, because everything that we're doing with Band Royalty is designed to give you, the fans, and you, the early investors, an opportunity for passive income. And how does that really look? Well, once we've grown the music catalog to $10 million, and right now, with these 58 songs, that value is, let's say, roughly around $200,000. So you can see these royalties, they ain't cheap. But once we grow that, they have an average return of, let's say, 14 to 22% per year on that. So how we break this down is that with basically when we do a sellout of all the BR1 NFTs, we have $20 million. Let's say we take 10 million of that, and that's what we're going to be doing. Once we do the sale, we take 10 million, we go and buy the music catalog, and it would have, and you guys, because you're staking, we're sharing the opportunities, which ones we want to buy, and you'll be voting on that. And then that starts producing $1.5 to $2 million in passive income per year. And then we use that to back up the liquidity and value of all of the backstage tokens. That's how you're getting paid. And I know there's a lot to take in here. But how this really works, and this is just a hypothetical example. That's all we can say now, because this has not happened yet. We have not yet bought the $10 million catalog. But once we have this, and it's hard to give you exact figures because the earnings happen per play. Every time the tracks play, we earn. And however many people are staking, basically, the more people staking, the more has to get shared. And so that's really how this works, is with more people in there staking, everything has to get shared around. So what's going to be really exciting here is that you being the early entrants, you coming in early is going to give you the first bite of the cherry, let's say. And the potential around the earnings on this could be upwards of 80% per year on the BR1 NFTs. But we can't promise that, but I'm just using this as a hypothetical example. When you break down these figures and you see, okay, so earning $10 million, sharing 50% of that, the earnings from those royalties, let's say, so that breaks it down in this example here. If it was $1 million per year coming through, 250,000 per quarter shared amongst, let's say there were 500 people staking. We don't know how many there would be staking, but let's say there was, then the average return there per staker, when you break this down, would be $500 per quarter, which would equal $2,000 per year. That's on one of those BR1 NFTs, based upon a $10 million catalog with 500 people staking there in that particular royalty pool. Interesting, hey? Let's see how this plays out. But you can start to see with a growing royalty catalog, with this limited number of people staking, there's a cap, then the opportunities are really there. And why would people be excited to get these backstage governance tokens? Because they will give the voting rights to the community of which catalogs we go and buy. So imagine the artists and the producers who have music catalogs that they want to sell, And don't you think that they might be wanting to buy these backstage governance tokens? They'll want to get them because then they can direct which catalogs we go and buy. They'll be able to get more money, and they'll want to get that money basically because they've got those royalties to sell. And you, as the holders of the backstage governance tokens, well, you could be trading those for a pretty penny, let's say. Let's see what happens. But we have got the building blocks here. We've got the whole ecosystem that we've designed from the ground up to really empower you guys, the early investors, the fans. And then inside of that, we just heard all about the value of that BR1, that foundation level NFT, and how you're earning those governance tokens and how that's going to rock the industry. Well, what about the royalty token, the currency of music, and how that's going to play a role in all of the different ecosystems? We're kicking things off with the banned NFTs, music exchange, and how that would look. And again, these are just figures. This is a hypothetical example because we haven't launched this yet. It's coming out this month. So hold on to your hats. You're going to be blown away with what you see and how this works. But once people start realizing that this 2.5% gets shared, 50% of that gets shared with the token holders who are staking. And yes, there'll be an opportunity for even the BR1 NFT stakers to stake inside the exchange trading pool. But most of that, as you can see, 30% of that is going to the royalty stakers. And when you break these numbers down, and if we just go 10% as big as OpenSea with their trading of JPEGs, they just trade JPEGs for $200 million per day. And if we did 10% of that, that's $20 million per day. And you break that down, 50% of that getting paid out. And if you had 1,000 royalty stakers in this example, and they only have 1,000 tokens, which right now in this pre-sale, they're 20 cents each. So that would be $200. Is it possible, according to these numbers, when you break it down, wow, they look like they're earning like hundreds of dollars per day. That's on the $20 million trading on the exchange. You should get a screenshot, download this, play with it, do your own number crunching, but that's how those numbers play out. So when people wake up to the reality, like, wow, these royalty tokens, I can stake them and earn on this game-changing music NFT exchange with more artists onboarding, releasing NFTs, and every NFT they release, I'm earning on the trading on that. Wow. Because last year, this just started. Like, these are some examples of some other artists that were, they were leaders in this space. Kings of Leon selling $2 million on their first NFT launch last year, 2021. Tory Lanez selling $1 million of NFTs in 60 minutes. Grimes doing $5 million. You can see how it builds. As people wake up to this, and they were not on banned NFTs. Banned NFTs didn't exist for them. This right now, we are going to be making this platform available, and we have fans. We have musicians coming on with fans in the millions. It's going to be game changing because right now, some of the top selling JPEG NFTs, like the Bored Ape Yacht Club, when they launched a year ago, out of the gate, they sold for the whole collection, all 10,000, they sold for $2 million. Not a bad result, right? Well, guess what? It has grown in value so much that some of these Bored Ape NFTs, they sell in the millions of dollars, and the trading revenue back to the artists who made this, they're earning over $2 million per month. So they're earning more per month now than they did from the first sale. And that is what we are making available to musicians and artists right now. We're going to give them the ability to not only make more money out of the gate directly to their fans. Like, you tell me, like, what if a musician had a serious fan base in the millions and they launch an NFT and they, let's say a musician has like 10 million fans and they want to sell 10,000 NFTs and they were $1,000 each. They just made $10 million like that. Boom. And then every time those NFTs trade, they're making a royalty on that as the artist. But guess what? The fans are now too, if they own the royalty tokens, which are right now selling in this pre-sale for 20 cents. So getting the royalty token, staking it on the platform, you too start to earn in the trading of all of these NFTs. And we have so much more in store. As you can see, that we were knocking out the park last year as we put all this together, doing over $1 million in sales on our NFTs, which gave us the funding to build all of this out. Right now, about to push out the whole music NFT exchange, as well as the metaverse, the next NFT drops, these artists that we're onboarding, it's going to blow everybody's mind. We have got a budget to do marketing in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. We've got articles that are going to be coming out in some of the major press, like Cointelegraph, these publications in the crypto space that have millions of hits per day. They're going to be finding out. And right now we are under the radar. Whoever told you about this, you are super fortunate, because hardly anybody knows right now, even though we've got a Telegram group with like 20,000 people, 40,000 on Twitter. We've been busily building. We wanted to do this right, rather than just like telling everybody, hey, we've got some interesting tech that we plan on doing. We spent the last year building it, and now it's to come to fruition. So I recommend that you go to bandroyalty.com, you put in your email, so you find out, you get all the latest news updates. You go and register on our Telegram. There's only one Band Royalty on Telegram. You register on our Twitter and our Instagram. And most importantly, you go back to the person who told you about this call and say, hey, this is phenomenal. How can I get some of these tokens? How can I get involved? I want to join this marketplace. I want to participate. I want to tell my musician friends. I want to tell my other friends. How about this metaverse? So talk to the person who invited you and just get involved, because this is a community project. From the ground up, we're building it for the artists, for the fans, and together we can make some serious changes worldwide. It's a worldwide operation. We've got our team all over the world helping us. We're talking to musicians in India, in Europe, in Australia, obviously in the US, all over the place. Musicians are realizing, wow, I can make revenue for the first time, not just a minimal wage of streaming, but serious revenue for the first time in probably 20 years. So that's what we've got here with Band Royalty and Band NFTs. And it was just super exciting to share it with you. Thanks so much, everybody, for listening.
Thank you so much, Mr. Anderson. Can I say epic? This is beyond epic. Band Royalty has now leveled the playing field, where you said the fans could also make additional money. That is unheard of. That is absolutely unheard of. But I tell you, everyone, like I told you earlier, I'm glad you had your pen and paper and you took a ton of notes. As Mr. Anderson said, please get back to the person that invited you to this call. Ask them, how can you get your tokens and how can you get your NFTs? Right now, Ethereum is on sale. Ethereum is absolutely on sale. So you have the ability to purchase these NFTs at a discount. So get going quickly, family. Now listen, tomorrow, Band Royalty's first live event at the Coliseum, family. In Corona, California, we are presenting the first listening party for Kitaroo. Get back to the person who invited you to this call ASAP and ask them, how can you attend? We are so very excited here at Band Royalty, family. We look forward to doing business with you. And thank you all again for joining us on this call this evening. You all have a great night, and we will see you again next Thursday.
Tina, I want to just say one more thing. I forgot to share. I wanted to show everybody just quickly before we wrap up. This is the exciting thing. This is a sneak peek of the Band NFTs exchange. And inside of this, we have this game-changing ability for the first time to actually have playable music tracks. This is how we built this. And if you can hear this, you can see this is what we're talking about. This is a music NFT, unlike anybody has ever heard. Because what we've got here is the ability to have multi-tracks inside NFT. Not only that, but over here on OpenSea, it's going to be working over here as well. It's going to be nothing like anybody's seen. So this is real. No one else has got this. We at Band Royalty are delivering to the whole world the ability for multi-track playable music NFTs. And you saw it first here. This was a sneak peek. And I'm like, wow, I'm just going to show all of you. These are some artists that we're onboarding. They couldn't be more excited to be sharing this with their millions of fans. What happens when those millions of fans find out there are tokens and they are in this pre-sale? Like Tina said, get back to the person who told you about it, because this is on.
Yes, yes, very excited. I just wanted to pop in really quick. Thank you, Barnaby. Every time you get on here, oh my God, I always learn something new. But before I end the call, guys, we have another rock star on the line with us. Thank you so much for joining us. Rob, you just have to share some words with us. Just really quick, this gentleman, guys, for everyone that is on this call, you need to Google him. This is Mr. Rob Schwartz. He is a beast. He has been on with us before. We had the pleasure of taking an hour of his time. But Rob, if you can just unmute and just share a little bit. And I know, I mean, just as soon as he shares, guys, you are going to know the amazing, amazing thing that we have in our hands. This is gold, guys. Rob, are you there?
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. What's the deal? How's everyone doing today? Yeah, so I'm super excited. We've been gathering some amazing artists. We have an artist on right now, Mrs. Ma Barker. She's about to hop on too. So we have been getting some incredible artists, and I've been down with Band Royalties since the beginning. So it's been an incredible journey, and it's so awesome every day seeing the progress, working with an amazing team. I've been in the music industry. I started at Polygram Records back in 1995, putting out records like Jay-Z's first record in my lifetime, Dougie Fresh, Blase Blase, Jay with the Damager, Beanie Man, over at Polygram, to start my own company in 2000 when I launched 2Mag. So it's been 21 years since I had my own brand, and started off as a website to a DVD magazine, to a TV show, to a music distribution company, to TV networks. And I love music. Anything that's the next level is what I do. And this is the next level. I'm always the first to do it. We're the first ones to put hip hop in Netflix and Walmart and Target and Best Buy. We're the first hip hop and R&B TV network ever on Roku. Back in 2012, 10 years ago. We're the first hip hop company ever verified on Facebook. We're the first music distribution company to do NFTs, called the Hoomies. Thanks to Band Royalty, who helped us put that together. So to me, it's always about being the first, and because it's a good feeling to sit back and watch them all try to copy, and you're like, oh, you guys just can't do it. You just can't do it. But it's always good to be the leader. And this right here this is going to take over the world. So I'm super excited. We got a lot of incredible surprises with the artists that we're bringing on board from all over the world. I have 1,700 artists signed to my music distribution company. They're all going to start coming over. So those that get those coins, now is the time, because we're going to bring over some crazy stuff, all genres. We have jazz, children's album, we have rock, we have pop, we have hip hop, R&B, every type of music we have under our catalog, plus from all over the world. So it's definitely something that's going to be unique in its own right. So now is the perfect time.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Rob. Yeah, all these artists that we were just showcasing, this is Rob. As you heard, he's got like over 1,700, and he's been with us from the beginning, and he's just opening up the doors. He gets the tech. He's excited. He's been a techie. He's been so many things for all these many years, and he really gets the power that NFTs, and because we're all so early here, that is giving us this opportunity to change the industry. And thanks to Rob for opening up these doors and onboarding these incredibly talented musicians. So it's just super fun working with you, Rob. So much
fun.
You
too, Barnaby. You too.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All righty. Again, everyone, thank you all so very much. Thank you, Mr. Schwartz. We are flat out excited. And for those of you who, again, are looking to attend this tomorrow evening, Friday, it will be held at the Coliseum in Corona, California. Maria, are you able to drop that address for those who are asking in the chat? Again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for jumping on. We will be back at this same time next week on Thursday. So tell a friend to tell a friend. Get everyone that you know on this call, ladies and gentlemen, to hear the amazing opportunity that's at hand. With that, ladies and gentlemen, have a great night, and we will see you all again soon.
And one more thing before we end this call. Thank you for Ma Barker that is on the call. I hope I said that right. If you can,
Yes, you did. Thank you so
Yes.
much. I'm so excited. This is the most amazing thing I have laid my eyes on, you know, being an artist in the business, being on the billboards, working with like 50 Cent. And actually, I just did a song for 50 new TV show and just doing this. I'm so excited to be down with you guys. And you guys are amazing.
I just got chills with hearing you speak. So for everyone that is on the call, Ma Barker is one of the artists, right? So super
Absolutely.
excited.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm so excited. And this is just a great for artists and fans because we're at a time now we want to be able to interact with our fans. And it just, you just bringing together something that's just so unique, that's not out there. And for exclusive music, like we have, like I said, we have music that's unreleased with big artists. And this platform, I just can't wait to jump in. So thank you, Rob. Thank you, guys. And some of the other artists that we're working with, they're excited. So I'm ready. I'm ready when you guys, as soon as you hit the button, we're going.
Awesome. Well, welcome. We are building a strong community that is embracing you and all the other artists that are going to be jumping on board. So again, thank you, Ms. Tina Hill. You just killed it today. Barnaby, I mean, no words, sir. You just leave us speechless all the time. And yes, thank you so much to Rob for being here and for Ma Barker. I'm just so honored to have one of the artists here joining us. So thank you, everyone. At the Coliseum again, tomorrow we have our event for Kitaroo. So see everyone there. See you in the Telegram, guys. The links are there. Have a good evening.
Good evening.
Thanks, everyone.
Take care. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.